guys, or welcome back. In today's video we are going to be doing this look right here, and I must say I am loving this. I would go out in this. I would 100% go out in this. This is just so me. It's a little bit edgy, it's a little bit out there, but it's still cool and slick. I love it. Before we get into the tutorial, if you could like and subscribe, that would really do me the world of good. And thank you so much for all of your support of late. Really does mean a lot to me. I hope you really enjoy this tutorial, and we will get into it now. So this is going to be a voiceover, and I'm just going in now with the P. Louise base in the shade Aroma 2 on my Sigma E62 brush, and all I'm doing is just carving out that brow with that brush, and I'm going to apply that all to my lid, so then we've got a really nice wet base so we can get some of this vibrant colour down. And as you can see here, I actually go over like the front of my brow and also the tail of my brow with some of this base. So I put the base there and then I literally just buff it out, so I've got no harsh lines for where that base is, because I don't want any thick base there that sets and then it gives me a really uneven texture when I then go in with my foundation over the top of that. So by blending it in, just make sure that everything's nice and seamless. There's no texture on my skin or anything like that when I go to do my base. So I'm going to be using the Beauty Bay Bright 42 colour palette, and I'm going in with the shade Make Them Wink, which is this vibrant pink shade, and I'm going in, stamping on that pigment and just making sure that we've got some real colour to that. And by stamping on, it just makes sure that we have some really nice colour payoff. And it also does some of the blending for you. By literally just tapping, you already sort of get that dispersed edge. So if you struggle with blending, trying that and tapping on your colours can be quite handy. So now I'm going in with the shade Heatwave, which is this lovely orangey colour. And all I'm doing is tapping that right on the edge of that pink. Pink and orange work really well together when they blend anyway, but these two together are stunning. It's a real sunset sort of vibe. And as you can see here, I'm still tapping on those edges, getting that nice dispersed edge once my colour's down, so then we can go in and blend the next colour. And here you can see me going back in with that pink. Do not be afraid to go back in with your colours. If you think that the blend isn't there, you can always go back in. There is no rush, just take your time. And here you can see, as always, going out, buffing out the edge of that orange, so then my next colour is going to be nice and blendable. And that next colour is Hello Sunshine, which is a really strong yellow, like I mean sunflower yellow. And I'm taking this on a big fluffy brush and blending out that orange right up to the brow bone. Do not be afraid to get colour in those brows, it doesn't matter. You can always wipe it off, it is fine. It's only makeup, guys. So in the arch of my brow, the tail of my brow, and even down into the curve of my nose. And then that outer V, just making sure the orange above and below is all nice and blended out to that yellow. And I'm even really dragging it out here onto my temple. And now it is time to go back in. So starting off with that pink, really intensifying that colour, buffing in to make sure that we've got a really nice blend to the orange, but just making sure that that is very intense, very pink, that the colour's not lost. And you guys know the drill. Going back in with that orange, making sure that that isn't lost in that blend. So this is where I start taking that orange on to the inner third of my lid. So we're going to have that pink as just the outer and this orange as the inner. So tapping that on, making sure that there's a really lovely blend between the orange and the pink, but we just want the pink on this outer now. and the orange blends all of that pink. And to finish off the inner part of my eye, I've almost used this yellow as like an inner corner highlight, and just making sure that all around that orange it blends into that yellow nicely, that we've got a lovely blend. And I will actually drag this as well, like onto my temples. I will make sure that that yellow is there. It's just obviously I haven't done my base yet, but bear that in mind. Sweeping these eyeshadows out into your temples can really finish off a look. Now I'm going in with this shimmer, which is called Rise and Shine, and this is just going to top where we put that yellow, because I just wanted a little bit of zhuzh, just something a little bit extra. So this is just basically sort of your inner corner highlight. So just sort of tapping it on first, sweeping it on for a nice gradient, and just tapping around to make sure there's no harsh lines. And here's where I just go in with my finger to make sure it's lovely and bright. And speaking of being a little bit more zhuzhy and extra, I'm then going in with the shimmer Orange Soda, taking that on my finger, and that's going at the side of that yellow. So there's going to be a nice yellow shimmer blending in to that lovely orange shimmer. And then just blending it over with the brush to make sure there's no definable line between those colours. So now it's time for the graphic liner. So I'm taking my Suva UV Taffies, which is basically a water activated liner. So just dipping my eyeliner brush in some water. I'm going to mix that up in the palette till I get a nice smooth wet consistency. And then all I'm going to do is draw on this flame. Now, I know it's not very flamey, but it was the best that I could do, okay? And there is honestly no tips and tricks for this, unfortunately. All I can say is use a thin brush, take your time, make sure that your water activated liner is a nice wet consistency so you don't have any of that scrapiness going on, and keep looking at that other eye, making sure that it's in line. You can always clean up if needs be, but take your time. And there we have it. This is just me being all fancy and stuff, showing you what it looks like. So guys, this is the finished look. Just stuck some lashes on and put my hair back down. I must say, this is giving me like some serious like rock chick vibes. Like, I really like this. It just feels quite edgy and I am proper living for it. I paired it with like a purple lip liner and then a red lip to really just add a little bit of depth there as well. And honestly, I think it really just completes the look. We really did have to persevere with making that eyeliner as symmetrical as possible, but I think we got there. If you have any requests on what you would like to see from my channel, then please do obviously leave it below and I'll get round to it. Just want to say a big thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.